Hi guys, welcome back here to another farming video. And today we are going to be doing a Courseplay video. You can see it up there on your screen already, Courseplay. I know a lot of people have done videos on it already over the past few years, even the past few months, but I'm going to do my video of it. For anybody that's playing Farm Sim, I think Courseplay started out from Farm Sim 15 and went all the way up to Farm Sim 22. So, I'm gonna do my version of the video. Alright, we're gonna start here with explaining what Courseplay is all about and what it does. That's why we're gonna have to jump in here so I can explain to you guys what the new features are. First of all, you can open up Courseplay here with your mouse. That is the left button on your mouse. You can open it up here and you can close it that way. The version of Courseplay is 7.2.1.3. Now this Courseplay, works for harvesters, for tractors with planting machines, balers, and loading wagons. And what Courseplay does is it lets you, well, you can it's more or less like a helper for your fields here, but not just a helper. It's a Courseplay helper. It's the standard joints helper that will work for you, but only he will work with Courseplay. Now Courseplay lets you go around fields. The standard helper can only do back and forward like that. Courseplay will let you do here a headland around the field like that. You can go all the way around, and then he will start somewhere and do that, or if we go up and down. Let's have a look and see. But I will explain it to you guys first. We're gonna do this here step by step. We're gonna do the explanation of it first, and then we're gonna put all that into perspective. Alright, so if we come in here, press your ESC button, escape button on your keyboard. You start off in here, CP. That means Courseplay. Now in here you can make a folder. Let's say here field 45. Then you can save your course in here, which will show up here. So you go here into course save, double click, I think it's double click here now. Then you have to type in what field you want to have your course saved on. So it's going to be here field 45, but that is just an example here. Alright, and then you can open the course editor. I don't have a course set here right now. See if that will work. That will work. And then you see something like this happening. That is the easy course. Then you can come in here and you can put waypoints on your course. That is just the extension of it. So if you think your Courseplay helper is going to make a couple of mistakes coming around the corner here, because Courseplay is not that well advanced, so your helper is probably going to leave some of the grain textures here on the field. He will probably take a tighter turn, so he will make it around the corner and leave some of the outside grain textures here. Have a look. And then you can come in here and pull these guys here. You're gonna pull them outwards a little bit on the corner here. Even these four. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pull these a little bit outward, so he will make here a wider turn, so he will collect all of your grain here. If you pull these inwards, I'm not going to do that right now, then he will do a tighter turn. If you pull him outwards, he will do a wider turn, and he will collect everything what is here on this here corner. Even if we come up here, now this is a square field, then you may have to pull these guys here out a little bit. So he will do a little bit of a wider turn and collect this here corner. Alright. I'm not going to do it, just don't want to ruin this here course for this here tutorial. You're gonna pull these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you have to pull this guy out. Maybe a little bit. But you have to pull these guys out because he's gonna leave here this grain texture. We're not on this corner because he's gonna come in here. He's gonna go all the way over there. It depends where the starting point is. I think the starting point is I think that is the starting point right there, and where is the finish point? Not sure where the finish point is. Yeah, that is your finish point right there. The stop sign. That is where he will end up finishing his Courseplay. His course, I mean. Alright. So, if you go into the easy mode, you can't pull courses out here like that. If you go into here, or into here even, probably, in here, what does this do? Okay, you can mark your waypoints here. I think these guys here are your waypoints. What does that do? Okay, you can move more waypoints. That means all these orange buttons here, you can pull them apart like that, like that. If you look at that here, yeah, you can pull these waypoints outwards and inwards, and then he will follow the waypoints. Like I've mentioned earlier here, you can pull these waypoints here outwards, and then he will start collecting this corner here. What does that do? Okay, you can put your waypoints in corners. So this one here is for marking your waypoints. This one here is for moving waypoints, probably the waypoints that are here on the straight pieces here, but we can move them. Then we have waypoints here for corners. For example, here's a corner on each of the corner of this here field. We have a corner down there. Here we have a little bit of a wider corner, then you probably don't have to pull the corner here. Up here you may have to do it, you have to come up here and pull out your corner a little bit, so he will take this here corner with the grain on it. So that is for pulling out the corners. These guys here are for moving more waypoints here for the straight pieces. And this guy here, you can put markers on your waypoints. So that explained. You can get out that way. Let's come back in here. Then we have here the global settings for Courseplay. Alright, now up here we have Courseplay driver loan. That means if you set that to 100% and if you have a helper, he will get paid. So yeah, 250%, 500. That will go all the way up to 500. I'm going to put that back down to 100. So if you have set that to 100%, then your potential helper is going to get paid. If you set that to 0%, then he won't get paid, and he probably would do a shitty job. Don't know about that one. It's the percentage and how potential your helper will be. If you will get paid a lot or get paid less, that is up to you guys. Alright, second one here, we have automatic repair, which means if you have set that to 70%, then your tractor or whatever you have is going to get repaired 70%. If you have this guy here, then that means that your equipment will never break down and you don't have to worry about repair cost. You don't want to have it repaired, then you have to repair it manually. 25% it will get repaired, 70%, and this will never get repaired. That one is always going to be fixed, so you always have a fixed tractor. This one will never get repaired, and then you have your 25% repair, 70%, and that is it. Alright, next one, the fuel usage here, 5%. Should your helper use up 5% fuel, 10%, all the way up to 100%. If you should use up 100% fuel, or you can set that all the way down back to 5. That is the percentage of fuel usage your helper will use with your tractor. If you want to have that set to 0, then that is up to you. He won't probably use up any fuel, but your tractor will keep on rolling. Alright, that one there. Alright, if you have set that to 100%, and if your driver, if you ditch your driver because he hasn't done a good job or something, then you will have to pay the repair costs out of your own pocket. Yeah, so yeah, what that means is if your tractor is broken over the 100% limit, then your helper is going to get fired automatically. You can turn that off, or you can leave it up to 100%. Alright. That is when it starts raining. So when you're in the harvester and when you're harvesting off a field, as if you're harvesting off grain and whatnot, and if it starts to rain and if you have that active, then your helper is going to stop your combine harvester, and he will stop running the harvester on the field because it's raining. Because I think it's in real life the same. If it's raining, you turn off your harvester and you stop harvesting because of thunder and lightning and all the rain. You can deactivate it, so that means if you have it deactivated, then your helper is gonna keep on harvesting in the rain. If you have it active, then he will stop harvesting in the rain. Alright. User settings, expert mode, activate or deactivate. If we have it deactivated, we get less settings. If we have it active, we get a couple of more settings. We can set that here to expert mode. If we have it set it to expert mode, then we have down here a couple of more settings, which we're going to have a look at. Alright, next one here is the friendly gamepad HUD, which is the HUD up there. Yeah, that is your friendly gamepad HUD. You can turn that on and off if you come up here, activate or deactivate. You can do that. You can also come out here. Which button is it? It's not. No, it's not that one. No. I thought there was a button for this. Let's activate it. Yeah. So the next one here is show all courses. We can come in here. Where is it now? If you yeah, there should be an eye here. If you click on the eye, there's a little decal of an eye. If you click on it, then you will see your course on your field. That's what I wanted. That is the course that we have seen earlier from the course editor. Alright. Next one. Yeah, show all courses on your minimap. Well, show course on your minimap. Minimap is this one here. It will show the course on your minimap. For example, we're going to show that in a minute. In part 2 then, on field 45. Alright. The key combinations is active. Then to get rid of that. Okay. STRG and H. No, it's okay, there's nothing happening right now. Okay, that is that. If you press the DEL key on your keyboard, you can open it that way as well. You can also close it up with your mouse and open it up with your mouse. Alright. That is active. We just activated that. Show the key combinations. Then we have here our helper info. That is our Courseplay helper. We're gonna show that in our window. The CP hot. Check something here real quick. No, that is something else. Alright. What else do we have here? We have here that is player mouse, which means you can activate and deactivate Courseplay with your mouse. Like that. And close it, open it out, close it. Yeah, we can actually we can make here a field field edge. If we activate it, we can make a field edge. That means we have to drive around the edge of a field to create a course, and then now we have that field edge. Alright, distance here in meters or in feet, meter, feet, meter. And then we have this here Pathfinder setting. You have a 45-degree angle here. Down here you have for that Pathfinder a 10-degree angle. 45-degree angle is let's have a look here. That might be here a 45-degree angle. You can mark it at an angle how far this here harvester should go in at an angle like that. It should be a 45-degree angle, or you can change it around. What else did we have here? Let me go in there real quick. We had 45, and we had here, we can change it. It is a changing factor Pathfinder at 10. So we can go in here and say we can go in here for a 10-degree angle, so he will do probably a better job at going in at that angle. Alright. What else do we have here? We've got this guy here. These are the settings for Courseplay. We have here show course, just start or finish. We can set that to start or finish. Then we have here HUD with mouse open. We can even, yeah, we can now open our Courseplay HUD with our mouse. That is active. Save fuel is also active, which means should the driver save fuel or not. Turning on the field, that is activated, so if the harvester has to go to another place and he can't make it around a corner, then he will do this here. He will do that. He will turn around on the field and start that spot from a new angle. Alright. He can also drive around the fruit type on the field, which means he doesn't have to drive into the fruit type. He can drive around it. Otherwise, he will break the fruit type on the field. He will like crush it up, and then there's nothing left on the field if he drives over it. Alright, the Pathfinder is allowed to drive backwards. That is active. That allows the Pathfinder to generate a course to make the helper drive backwards. Same as this guy here. The turning maneuver, that will generate a Pathfinder course to make the helper turn around on the field. Then we have here the implement settings here. Should he close up his implements at the end of when he's finished, at the end of the course, should he open or close the implements? If you have it at active, it will close it. If you don't have it, if you have it deactivated, then he won't close the implements. So also always have that active to make the helper close his implements when he's finished. Alright. Should the helper drive back to the starting point? You can have it active, but I don't know what sense that would make. I have it here deactivated, so should the helper make some sort of a mistake on the field, he will go back to the next starting point. Then he will not go back to the start point, but he will go back to the next waypoint and continue on from there, instead of having to go back to the scratch start point and start from there, because it wouldn't make sense, because everything is done after that. He will go back to the next waypoint and start from there. Alright. Should he lift the implements early, or should he lift his implements late. Let's say if you have maybe a planter leaving a field, going onto a field at the start point, should he think it early or should he think it late? I think he should think it early. He should think it right on the dot, actually. So he starts up his tractor. You can say he will think his implement early, then you will have that proper setting here. You would have the grain planted on the edge of the field when he is leaving it. If you have it set it to late, then you will have a spot on the starting point of the field where there is no seeds, so nothing will grow there. So you would have to probably put that to early. Should he sink his planter early, then he will put seeds down on that spot, and then you will have a grain on that spot as well. Alright. Should he lift it up late or early or late? I think early. If he leaves the field at the other end, then you could put that to late or early. I would probably put that to early. Then he would lift it right on the dot just before he gets the field. Well, that row, he's going to get that done. Alright. You can set this guy here to, should he go in a horizontal direction? That is probably for, 0.3 meters. Then he will go somehow beside that row, 0.5 meters beside it, going in a horizontal direction. I'm going to leave that to 0.0. That is always a good setting to have. Now here we have the settings for the combine harvesters. Alright. Now, if you put in a helper, a Courseplay helper with the combine harvesters, here you can either tell them to stand still or to come to a full stop when he needs to offload. You can either deactivate it or you can activate it. If you have it activated, then the harvester helper will come to a full stop. He will put his pipe out, and you can offload him while he's in a full stop. If you have that deactivated, then if you drive up to the harvester, he will still put the pipe out, but then he won't come to a full stop. So you can offload him while he is continuing on harvesting off your field. Alright. This setting here is if you want to empty the combine yourself. Yeah, you're gonna have to look at that in another video probably. That probably means should you jump into your truck and empty out the harvester yourself manually. That you can do if you have that deactivated, and if you have it activated, then but you're going to have to drive some sort of a course first to match up with your harvester. And if you have done that, then you can set your Courseplay helper inside the truck, and he will automatically drive up to the combine harvester and empty out the harvester himself instead of you having to do that manually. That is if you activated that. We're gonna probably have a look at that in another upcoming video. Alright. This guy here, should your harvester have done an outlap on your field, one lap around the field, then You can either say if you want to empty the harvester after he's done one lap around the field here or not. You can deactivate it. If you have it active, then I think your Courseplay truck helper is going to do it. If you have it deactivated, then you're going to have to do that manually yourself. Alright, now you can set this guy here if you want to have straw on your field, or if you want to have no straw on your field, you can set that to active. Or yeah, the headland here, your first headland, if you want to deactivate your straw in your first headland, you can do that, or just deactivate the straw completely. Then he will just have little straw dust coming out from the back of the combine here. I'm going to have that set to active. You can turn it off if you don't want straw on your field. Then you can set it off or deactivate it here completely as well. Alright. Now the speed here, if he's working on the field, that is the work speed on your field here, 20 kilometers per hour. You can go all the way up here, go all the way down. At what work speed do you want your helper to work at? That is your field work speed. That is your speed on the field, so don't get confused between these two guys. That is the work speed on your field, and that is just the speed field. That is probably good for tractors with Courseplay, or even trucks with Courseplay, who will drive up to the combine harvester and empty him out. So you can set that way down. Let's say you want to have a truck come up to the harvester to empty it out. You can say maybe 8 kilometers per hour, and yeah, that truck will go at a speed of 8 kilometers per hour beside the harvester, and he will empty it out. He will probably go the speed of the harvester, probably. Or you can say, if your helper makes a mistake, you can say he will turn around and he will correct himself, so he will have a correct way of driving beside the harvester to empty it out. Silo, don't know what that is about. Okay. If he drives up to a silo, let's say if you want to offload some grain into a silo, let's say the silo is a sell point, then he will drive up to that sell point at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. You can also set that down. Let's say if you want to have a truck Courseplay helper to come up to a silo to sell whatever, you can say he can come up to that sell point at 8.0 kilometers per hour. 8 kilometers per hour, which is not very fast. So you can prevent a driver, a Courseplay helper, from making a mistake if he's going up to that sell point a little bit too quick. Your debug here, that is some kind of a debug information. You can either turn it off or turn it on. Don't know what a debug is, not sure. Alright, so that is that explained. That one we did, we explained that, and we explained this guy here. So this is going to be part 1. Let's just jump out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, watch the videos, do all that good stuff, guys, and we will catch you guys in part 2 of Courseplay. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.